What's up, guys? Ace here, reacting another card of the day, and today we have Castle Locthwain. It's a land that reads, Castle Locthwain enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp. You can tap it to add a single black, or you can tap it for a black, and a generic to draw a card, then you lose life equals the number of cards in your hand. This card's pretty sweet. I think a majority of the times you want to add this in, I feel like almost any black deck. This goes for even, I guess even to the extent of modern to an extent. I'm not sure about older Eternal formats, but I think I do have a few copies in my Rakdos mid-range deck. Also, I did play it in a sort of a Dead Guy Ale deck. I know there might be one or two people playing it in Jund. However, Jund has, I think, fallen out of favor in modern for some time now. I don't quite know, so I'm not really in that scene anymore. But this card is just simply, you're out of cards and you're playing your cards from your hand. You just take a life, draw a card. It's Phyrexian Arena on a land, which is pretty nice. I do have to say myself, I've added it in pretty much any deck I played black in. There are times where like I'm playing control deck and I just don't draw my card draw pieces, and this land is essentially just another card draw piece. And when you're playing control and you don't have enough resources or you're in a pinch, you can play this. Take some life, of course, kind of bad, especially against aggro. But you take some life and, you fetch for, you try your hand at luck one more time, and perhaps you gain that one extra piece you really needed. I do think it's really good in Commander, especially a format where you can actually grab this deck through a lot of variety of reasons, like Expedition Map. It's good where you can copy this card and draw 2 cards for 7 mana. Actually, it's 8 mana, which at times is probably too much, but if you have nothing else to do with your mana, why not? It just draw cards, and that's pretty good on a land. I think other lands usually sack themselves to draw a single card, or it costs like 5 mana and you have to have some other condition met to draw a card. This is pretty good. You can even have enter tapped and draw cards later, like that's not a good problem. However, unlike those other lands, this does require you playing a lot of black and not just simply splashing for this land and just adding this land into your deck, so that might be one loophole. However, other than that, this card is pretty good. I would play it in almost, like I said, I played it in most of my black decks. I don't really see a reason not to play it in a black deck, especially more so in an aggro deck where you can dump your hand and not take any damage from this. Perhaps like a Lurus deck or something like that. Something of that ilk is pretty good with this card. I would play it personally in a Dead Guy Ale list where like you're playing a Stoneforge Mystic in Modern, or perhaps any other I don't know, mono black control perhaps maybe decks in Modern. I don't know, decks that want to control or don't really care too much about their life because they have either cards that sort of break parity from the life loss of this card, perhaps like a Stoneforge Mystic that can grab a Batter Skull. Maybe you want to add it in that sort of deck. In Commander, it's just, I think you add this in Commander. Like, I don't see a reason why, if you're playing black, I don't see a reason why you don't play this card. Yeah, it can enter in tapped, but if you control a swamp and you're running some swamps, if you're not, I guess perhaps because of that clause, maybe if you're running like 3+ colors, maybe you don't run it. But I think for the most part, you want to run this card. This card is pretty sick. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, run it in your Commander decks, run it in your standard decks. It's good. This will pull and push you through all the bad times. I've won because of this card. This card's crazy. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about this card in the comment section below. Other than that, peace out, guys, and I will catch you guys later.